Welcome to another edition of Beyond the Stream. It's always fun when we get to hang out with the folks from marketing. Cole Gunter joins us now. We've had many a conversation through the years. How you doing?
Doing well. Good morning to y'all.
Yeah.
Here for the first time on the new format.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll handle it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's not like the rodeo.
No.
We're gonna keep you longer than the 8 seconds, but there's no judging. No
problem.
scores.
Yeah, let's go.
And you'll make it to Amarillo by morning, no problem.
There you go.
How long have you been with HTC, Cole? Been a while.
Yeah, I'm just past, oh my gosh, let's say 15 years.
Okay.
I think I'm in my 15th year.
Wow.
Yeah, which is...
Well, you're a young fella. Did you start when you were 12, 13?
Started when I was 29.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you're
Started
still a
at-
young fella compared to me.
Started at 29 years old and been in the marketing team for about 6 years now.
Okay. Well, prior to HTC, I'm gonna get a little deeper than I normally do.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
How
go.
far do you want to go back, man? You want to go back to junior high?
Yeah, I can go all the way back.
Where'd you grow up? Here?
I grew up in between here and Charleston. So I'm from Conway originally. So all these people that, say they never meet anyone from here, I'm from Conway. But my parents got divorced when I was young, so I grew up in Charleston.
Okay.
So back and forth between Charleston and Conway. So more time in Charleston. And I was, went to middle school, high school, went to College of Charleston for a little bit.
Right.
Worked up there. Fun fact, my high school, so we had Darius Rucker went to my high school.
Okay.
So like right in the display case where all the trophies are, you've got like his platinum records were at our high school.
Oh, that's neat that
And
they
then
do that.
And he grew up in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Which was funny.
Was he a little older than you?
Yeah, he was a little bit older than me. He was already gone, but one of my cousins played drums for him in a band all through high school.
Oh, okay.
And there's some old demo tapes and
Look at there.
stuff like that my cousin has.
If there's ever a thing called 7 Degrees of Hootie, I'm coming to find you.
Yeah, I was actually, and prior to working at HTC, I worked for FedEx in Charleston for a number of years. And Darius Rucker was on my FedEx route, my last route that I had before coming back to Conway, Myrtle Beach area.
How about that?
Yeah, I would see him. I didn't see him often, but I saw his wife all the time. I mean, I went to his house probably 4 days a week, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you maneuver through Charleston with a FedEx truck? I mean, that's tricky, buddy. Did you have the smaller truck or the big one?
No, I had a bunch of different ones. Over the course of working there, I mean, I went from a regular van like you might see a painter have to even in my last few years there when I was downtown Charleston, I had a 26-foot box truck. I don't know, you get used to it.
I guess you do.
You get used. Although like 15 years ago, Charleston wasn't as busy as it is now.
Yeah. It's
And,
chaos down there now.
It's chaos down there, and I mean it's way busier here.
Yeah.
So, but it was I guess you just get used to it.
Right.
I mean, it didn't all go swimmingly. I had a few mishaps.
You have to.
I think I had 4 instances over an 8-year career where I had some kind of accident, but never with another vehicle. It was always me hitting something.
All right. Well, it's got to happen.
Yeah.
That is always tricky. My son's down there in North Charleston. We go downtown. He was looking at going to the College of Charleston for a little bit, and I think they've got some classrooms, which is close to the aquarium. I remember down there, and I was like, "Well, that's it. I'm just going to go to North Charleston, and we'll just get an Uber back in here. I can't do this anymore."
I remember when I was in like the dorms at College of Charleston, the aquarium was where my parking spot was.
Okay.
And so it was like 13 blocks.
Yeah.
And I worked jobs and waited tables, and I'd come home at 1 a.m. at the parking garage, and I'd have like 13-block walk. Or if you had groceries, you pull up, throw on the emergencies, take those in, drive down to the aquarium, and then 13 blocks.
Wow. Kept you in shape.
Yeah.
If you weren't hungry,
I
when
remember,
you got home, you were.
I remember when I went there, the parking pass for that was $450 a semester, $450 a semester. I went there for 2 years, and then I transferred up here and went to Coastal. And I remember you get to Coastal, and it's $50 a year.
Yeah.
Back then, and
Right.
kids were complaining $50 a year to park.
Oh, sure.
I'm like, I was paying $900 a year, and walking 13 blocks.
13 blocks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took that into account, and then my son decided to go to Coastal, and then he went back to Charleston. So he's at Trident, lives over in North Charleston.
Yeah, I
No
went
parking issues,
None.
which is good.
Yeah.
Well, what was the determining factor to get you? How do you go from FedEx in Charleston to HTC in Conway?
Met a girl. Always
Boy,
does
oh
it,
boy,
right?
there you go.
Always does it. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I was doing well at FedEx. I'd been there about 8 years. I'd kind of worked my way up. I was doing pretty good. I was working on the airplanes, I'd gotten out of the trucks a little bit, doing stuff with airplanes. Had even gotten to where I could be a Saturday manager and supervisor. But to get to that next step, I had to have that college degree. And I'd kind of left College of Charleston to work at FedEx. It
Sure.
was just kind of, I started there part-time and really liked it and was advancing pretty quick. But then I just kind of hit that ceiling where I was like, I kind of need to finish.
Right.
Kind of want to get that degree. I had, 3 younger brothers. And as I saw 2 of them go ahead and graduate school, I was like, you know what? No offense to those guys, but if one in particular, if you could do it, buddy, I need to get back into the
Nothing
books.
like a sibling rivalry.
So I got back in there, and then decided that Coastal was more of a fit for me, and I'd met who is now my wife. I'd met her at the time, so moved back here, started going to school, got a job with Horry County. With all my experience on airplanes and stuff with FedEx, the county had a lot of jobs at the time in maintenance at the Myrtle Beach Airport. So I started working at the Myrtle Beach Airport. Had a great job with the county, so it was awesome because I was at Coastal full-time and then working at the airport for the county full-time.
Wow, that was a good mix for you.
So doing that, and the county, was incredibly lenient with my school schedule. My boss that I had at the airport was great, and he would let me take time out, go study, have a really good schedule because there were so many opportunities for hours down there. It wasn't just a 9 to 5.
Yeah, you just wanted the job done.
Yep.
When he came back in the next day, so whenever you get it done, I got it. That's
So,
good. Wish we had more of that.
Interesting
flexibility.
way to tie it all together. I was in Coastal, going to school. I was a junior, not totally sure what I wanted to do, and my wife worked at a dentist office that was right next to the Coastal Ale House. Went and had lunch with her one day, and you guys were down there filming RiverTalk.
Right.
At the Ale House. Mm-hmm. And Tom Vitt was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course.
And
Tom had a sweet deal. He'd come be on RiverTalk and somebody would buy him lunch. Yeah,
Well,
Tom's no dummy.
It's really like a full circle thing because I watched you guys film RiverTalk live at Coastal Ale House. We were sitting there eating lunch. I'm in school. I'm working at the airport. My wife's working at the dentist office. We're dating. We were dating at the time. See you guys, see Tom, hear about HTC, hear about marketing. I was a junior. I didn't say anything to him or you guys at the time, just kind of watched the process play out.
Sure.
And then later, I went, looked up HTC, looked up Tom, sent him a friend request on Facebook, didn't know him. He accepted that. I sent him a message, saying like, hey, I want to come work for you guys in marketing one day, and I was a junior at the time in school. And finished school, got a job at HTC, and then didn't go straight to marketing. It took me about 9 years to get into the marketing
Really?
team.
What were you doing?
So when I first graduated school, it took till about 6 months after I graduated from Coastal, I got a job at HTC. And it was funny how that played out. Another tie-in back to HTC with HR. But I was doing whatever I could. I was working at the airport, still working at the airport. The county laid us all off. Something came up with a contract, and we had this big layoff, and we all kind of got let go. We got about a 2 or 3 month notice. So I was just kind of scratching at whatever I could do. My dad had an ambulance company. I started driving an ambulance, doing like intensive care transport back and forth to Charleston.
Wow, look at you,
But
man.
I wanted out. I wanted more of a normal job. That was just a bit much. And I applied for a job at HTC because I was like, well, I got to get my foot in the door. And at the time, HTC had operator services, dial 0 or 411, like city enlisting, hello, HTC. So I applied for that, went in, had a couple of interviews, and then HTC called me, and they're like, we're not going to go with you for that position. And I was like, okay. And they said, we'll call you back, if something opens that we think matches your skill set. We think we have something. And I thought that was just a brush off.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. And 6 months later, right around Christmas time, I get a call randomly from HTC's HR. And they say, hey, remember we told you 6 months ago that we might have something for you? And I said, yeah. And they said, we got a job out there. We want you to go online and reapply for this job. I said, really? Okay. So I went online and applied and got an interview and ended up getting hired to be a customer service rep.
Okay.
Just your, at the time, entry-level customer service rep that in a branch office when people come in with an issue with a phone or internet or cable, telephone, whatever it was.
Sure.
And I got that job and I did
Where'd
that.
they stick you? Which office?
The brand new one at 501.
Okay.
At the time, it was brand new, right across from Roy Georgetown
Yeah,
Tech.
it used to be a Suzuki dealership.
Johnny's
Yeah,
Suzuki.
Johnny Suzuki.
Johnny
Yeah.
Suzuki. So I went to that building when it first opened and got hired there in person full time. And I was a customer service rep, CRA as we call it. And did that for 2.5 years. And then kind of wanted something more. I was really gravitating towards the cell phone side of things, the wireless side of things. And then another job came open at HTC, a group we call Wireless Ops. I went into wireless operations, and that was a great job. All I did there, I could almost forget everything I'd done as a CRA. All I was doing at that point was cell phones, tablets, hotspots, and computers for wireless version. So I had accounts. This production studio was one of my accounts. Coastal Carolina was an account. Horry County was an account of mine. So I handled all the data cards for the laptops, the police cars, ambulances, fire trucks, animal control, the library bookmobile.
Wow, okay.
Any kind of random department the county had. Same thing. I handled all of Coastal's account and a bunch of other, small to medium-sized accounts. Did that for a good number of years, about 6 years. Loved that job. You got to be really technical, solve a lot of problems. It was very, very much a tech-driven job. But you also got a little bit of flexibility of, I need to go over to Coastal. They're having this issue. Grab a company car, go over to Coastal, meet with their IT department, see what their needs were, come up with solutions, figure out things. But then you also had the mom and pop. Maybe you got a landscaping company with 8 guys.
Right.
And they've got, a dude dropped a phone and ran over it with a mower. You got to fix it.
Right.
Or you would have the county, a police officer chased someone, ran in the river, lost his phone or damaged it. And you got to replace that phone and meet with the county and just bring them a new phone. So that was a very interesting job. You got to meet a lot of people, a lot of great connections in that position. But ultimately, I'd had that marketing degree. And I still had that conversation with Tom where I was trying to get to that group. So all along the way of being that customer service rep and then being the tech support for all the major accounts, there was still that drive to eventually end up in the marketing department. And I was seeing what those guys were doing.
Right. And you got there, but you had all the experience of what the company's products were and stuff. So that had to be a leg up for you. How long have you been in marketing?
I came to marketing at the end of 2018.
Okay.
So November of 2018, my role has changed a lot. When I first came into marketing, all I was doing was home security. And most of the times that I came here and talked to you guys for RiverTalk, I was just doing home security. As time went on, our department really grew. Our boss, Sandy Hendrick, now he kind of really started growing that department, and we got a lot more people. We grew from about 5 people to more than 10.
Yeah.
And so things started to get even a little more specialized, but also we started kind of covering for each other a little more and, taking bits and pieces so that, if anything ever happened, we all knew what other people did.
We got to get you back on the show because I don't think I've got all the story, but alas, we're out of time.
Oh, wow.
I want to know more about this girl, but that's for another day, and I'm sure she appreciates that.
She appreciates it, yes, sir.
You would tell some stories, I bet, could get us both in trouble. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I think it'd straighten me out.
Good seeing you, Cole Gunter.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Another one of those great personalities that makes HTC so special. Thanks for joining us on Beyond the Stream.